you all had a very good weekend, and Saturday is ending very well. If we are here today, first and foremost, I want to ask you a question. What will happen if your phone or your laptop crashed right now? Photos are gone, work files gone, memories gone. It happens every single day. And people always think this will never happen to them, but the truth is it happens every day. And that's why I'm so excited this afternoon on the God Backup Drive to share with you what God Backup is all about. And this is not just about saving your data. It's also about protecting your life, your memories, and even creating a brand new stream of income for you. So if you are ready to see exactly what God Backup is about and how you can use it to protect your data and how you can also profit from it, let's get to the presentation. Give me 2 seconds while I share my screen with you. We are live on YouTube, and we want to welcome our YouTube audience. I hope you can see my screen. All right. So let's dig in. So God Backup. I promised I was going to talk about what God Backup is all about. God Backup is actually developed and owned by a company called Global Virtual Opportunities that is based in Texas in the US. With 27 years of experience in data storage, in web and whatnot, when we are talking about digital issues, God Backup is a professional organization, credible, very well known, and can be trusted, legitimate. And with 27 years of experience, you can trust this organization. It's not an organization that just mushroomed yesterday on the internet and you don't know what is happening about it. So God Backup was developed 2 years ago. Why Go Backup? We are talking about cloud storage. And why cloud storage? You know that we are in a digital world and everything is dependent on data. Everything is about data, from social media to your interactions on your transactions. Everything is about data, and data is produced in volumes every single day. And there is the need to pack up that data or store that data somewhere. And that is why we are talking about God Backup today. GVO, the developer of God Backup, leveraged on 2 global trends. The first global trend is about the world of smartphones, smart gadgets, when we are talking about the growth of the market of smartphones, where everyone is using phone in the remotest village. Everything is done on the phone. Every single transaction, every data, everything that you can think about is done on the phone. So there's so much reliance and dependence on the phone, to the extent that to some people it has become an addiction. So if you look at the figures here, the percentages here, you will see that really there is so much generation of data, of content, photos, videos, how do you call them? You do TikTok, you do Facebook, whatever, you use the phone, the smart gadget to do that. So the addiction is also real. And as we keep producing all of this data, as we keep generating all this data, there is a big risk. The risk is your data can be lost. You can lose your data in a second, in a moment. Years of work with data can just disappear. One, because you can accidentally damage your phone, for instance. And there's a figure here that has come out talking about 45% of cell phone users who have accidentally damaged their cell phone and they have lost their data. Over 5,700 screens are cracked every hour, we are told. And 43 seconds, every 43 seconds, we are told that a laptop or cell phone is stolen. So you will see that every single person is looking for solution. And we are talking about cloud storage service, which actually is not a new thing. Billions of people are already using the traditional cloud storage services. God Backup is just another option, affordable, as you will find out. So you will see that we have Dropbox, iCloud, iDrive, OneDrive, Google Drive. All of these exist, but people are now turning towards the option of God Backup. The question is, why God Backup? Very simple. The value is unbeatable. The price is affordable. I will explain. When you look on the left side of this slide, you will see three traditional service providers. We are talking about iCloud, Dropbox, and Google Drive. And we are talking strictly about 6 terabytes of storage. And then when you go to iCloud and you want 6 terabytes of cloud storage, you need to pay $360 a year. And that goes for only 6 users, only Apple gadget users. We're talking about Dropbox, $660 a year for 6 terabytes for only 3 users. Then Google Drive, the famous Google Drive, $216 a year for 5 terabytes for only 1 user. Then Go Backup came on the market 2 years ago, and the price is $99.97 for 6 terabytes. Let me round it up to $100. $100, and you go in for 6 terabytes, and you get 6 separate accounts. It simply means you can give some of your terabytes to your family members. You can share it with your friends. And it comes with the fact that you can use it on unlimited computers or devices. And the beauty of it also is the fact that Go Backup is compliant with all operating systems. If you are using an Android, Linux, you are using iPhone, iOS, whatever operating system you have, Go Backup has been developed to be compatible with all of this. And it's easy to assign, easy to manage, and then also the support for this service is excellent. Now, 2 years already, because of the power of God Backup, we have it in 161 countries worldwide. And in the whole world, we know that we have 195 countries, and already we have God Backup in 161 countries. That already tells you how powerful this service is. Cloud storage is on the move, and God Backup seems to be moving so fast. Now, one other thing that I need you to understand about God Backup is the fact that it is highly secured. It is legitimate to worry or to be concerned about the security of your information. God Backup is encrypted, 256 AES, military grade. So you do not need to worry because it's the same security that iCloud is using, Microsoft is using, all the other service providers are using. And one other thing which is very important for you to know is that GVO owns a data center with the server rooms. And because it owns a data center, it's PCI compliant. It means when you use your card, you use your credit card, debit card, American Express, whatever card you have, you use it to subscribe to the service, your details are very safe. And we also have 30-day money back. If within the period of 30 days, you go and then you subscribe to Go Backup, and you are not satisfied for one reason or the other, write to GVO. GVO will pay you back your money. Your money will be reimbursed. And again, there's another benefit. It comes with emailing in bulk. the capacity is 20,000 email. You can put in the parameters. I don't know how many clients or partners you have. I don't know what kind of information you deal with. But the Go backup system we have has the capacity of sending all these emails and personalizing them because it's in the system. Once you put in the information, it will personalize all the emails for you. And you can automate it. Anytime you want to send the email or the information, it will help you to do that without sending the emails just in bulk like that. So when we are talking about Go backup, we are saying that it's time for you never to lose your photos again, your videos, those precious memories, and your digital data. You don't need to lose them anymore. When your computer crashes, you don't need to shout, you don't need to cry, because 98% of the hard work has already been done for you by the system of Go backup. Now you understand why I'm so happy to share with you what Go backup is all about. I want to bring in my senior partner, who is my husband, who will go into the second part of this presentation to let you know that you don't only get your digital life safe. There's another part of it which is very, very exciting. And he will go into this. And I believe that by the end of this presentation, you will not regret joining me on this Go backup drive. I want to invite Mr. Henry Calvin Birch, who is one of our top leaders in Africa and who is doing so well with this project. His enthusiasm, his passion is unmatchable. I want to invite him to take us through the next level of our presentation. You are welcome, Mr. Calvin, but do you want me to stop sharing? All right, thank you very much.
I've already ended your slide, I'm sorry. Well done, congratulations, Reverend Bijou. If Reverend Bijou can do this, guys, anybody can do this. Reason is, she is nowhere near tech savvy. So if she is able to understand and present this, at least she got enough information to be able to share it with you and to give you some level of understanding. So I want to say big thank you to her and congratulations. So there's hope for a lot there who might be thinking this is for a tech savvy person. No, it is not. Not necessarily. So if you are one, then fantastic. You stand, in fact, to gain more. So yeah, Go backup does 98% of the job for you. Just do the rest. But now this would take us to another part of tonight's presentation. And you may have some questions. Just keep your question to the end. Probably they might be answered before the presentation is ended. So don't forget, take note of it. I'm just going to quickly take you through the other part, the financial dream. Reverend Bijou talked about your digital dream. Never lose your digital dream ever again. You know, whether pictures, videos, memories, never. Go backup, got your back. But now, Go backup also is moving so fast and taking over the world. Right now, the project is in about 161 countries in the world. Out of 195, Go backup is already in 165. Do the math, you know what is remaining. So probably the next few months or maybe next year, Go backup will have taken over the world. And right now, data is no more a luxury, is no more, an option. It's urgent and it's a must. As long as you are using anything digital, what is a phone, a tablet, or even a laptop, and you are producing data, you're producing information, all right, you need somewhere to store it. And God Backup is providing huge warehouses in the clouds. And we'll talk about that. But let's understand what the cloud is. The cloud, or understand a few things about the cloud market. First of all, the cloud is that external drive where you save your stuff, which is not local. It's not your pen drive. It's not your hard drive. It's not your external drive. It's an external drive which is in the cloud. Okay, and the cloud market today is valued so much according to Statista. I mean, I was blown away when I saw this stats from Statista. The value of the cloud market from 2022 current, and then the next 5 years, what is going to look at is in billions, guys, billions of US dollars. Let's look at 2022. Cloud market in 2022 worldwide was valued at 90 billion USD. 90 billion, bigger than many countries' economies and many countries' GDPs. So this was just in 2022, and it was only the cloud market. And who are the players of the cloud market? They're not even 30, okay? And they are, having that kind of value. Last year, 2024, it jumped by 50 billion. So it was about how much? 134 billion, the value of that cloud market. This year, the projection is that it's going to be 165 billion US dollars. You'd be like, what? Yes. But what is mind-blowing, mind-boggling, and out of this world is what is going to happen in the next 5 years. Look at the projection up to 2030. The cloud market is going to be valued at almost $500 billion US dollars. Yes, you heard me right. Almost 500 billion. And that's $500 billion, right? And that will be the cloud market value by 2030. Minimum, because some other stats have projected even a little higher or double that amount in 2030. Now, what does all this mean? This means that the cloud market is viable, has a bright future, and you need to be in this space. That's what it means. But the truth is, you and I don't have the means to create a cloud warehouse, okay, and rent it out to people. No, we're not Google, we're not Amazon, we're not Microsoft, we're not God Backup. But guess what? God Backup gives you and I the opportunity to tap in the space and create a huge future, a stable financial future for ourselves, for our family. Okay. All right. That's where the second trend comes in. So I'll tell you about God Backup vision and where God Backup is going and what they want us to do. So this opportunity allows anyone to create supplemental income, extra income, alternative income, residual income, but obviously, whether it's going to be mainstream of income or just part-time, but it's going to be a new stream of income. I can show you. So that's the second trend. And just to let someone know, God Backup is the only numero uno cloud storage service in the world as we speak that pays you. No other cloud service pays you. Okay, God Backup uses a simple compensation system, and which you will see very shortly, and you will understand. Now, how do you get started? Very simple. Reverend spoke about the different packages we have. You can get started with the 6 terabyte of cloud space, which is 6,000 gigabyte of cloud space, enough for a family, or even a small business, or someone uses a lot of who produces a lot of data. You are into social media and this kind of thing. You need this because you will produce a lot of content and you need somewhere to keep them. Now, all of our service providers are getting back to us and telling us, hey, our cloud space, beware. You know, Google is sending us message that now your drive is getting full. You have to upgrade. You have to create space. Yahoo is sending us messages that you are going to be paying for your drive, your extra cloud storage soon. Google prices are going up. Just last week, I said last week or this week, Monday, I got a message. I'm using Google One. I'm a paid user since, I think past 3-4 years. They sent a message that the price is going up by September 25th. I was like, what? Are these guys okay? And people have been talking about that all over social media. I was following some conversation. And like, why are they giving us this? I'm going to stop it. I'm going to here we go. So guys, the prospects for this is incredible. But this is how you get started. Get one of our cloud storage packages. It could be the 6 terabyte of cloud space, which is 6 for 6 accounts, and then multiple operations. How much is this? This is $100 a year. Actually, it's 99.97. Too much work. So let me just call it $100. Okay, $100 a year. All right, not a month, a year for 6 terabytes, 6,000 gigabytes. That's why you pay. So that's the first package. Then you pay if you want to be on the project, which everybody should. All right. I mean, once you're buying the service to use it, why not just pay an extra $20? $20 per year. $20 per year gave you the opportunity to be part of the project, which makes you a reseller of it. Meaning, if you're using the cloud service and your brother comes to your house and say, hey, bro, what are you using? What is this you're backing? You say, oh, it's the service got back up. Like, wow, this seems great. And you recommend it to him. Guess what? Got backup pays you. And that can only happen if you are a reseller or you're on a project. And that's why you pay the $20 for. So the figure you see there, 119.97, you can just call it 120. And that starts you, that's the minimum to start you, give you a yearly pack and then a reseller payment as well. And you are started and ready to do business with our backup. Now, before I come to how you do business and how it works, let me talk about the second package God Backup has. God Backup also has for the big user, data producers and maybe university, hospitals, big businesses that are into huge data. You can, instead of going for the 6 terabyte, they will want to be interested. They will be interested in the enterprise solutions. Now, the enterprise solution is 20 terabyte of cloud space. You heard right. 20,000 gigabytes, in other words, of cloud space. Okay, can be used for unlimited devices for about 20 separate accounts. All operating systems that you know about, the major ones. It's compatible with all of them. Okay, so now all right, so how much is that? That's $600 a year, or about $60 a month. $60 a month. Someone heard this who knew about the cloud space and all of that. Like, are you kidding me? $60 a month for 20 terabyte of cloud space? Yes. Okay. In fact, if you subscribe for a year, you get 2 months free. And this is just unbelievable. So let's now go to what God Backup a mission is, and how do you get paid? What do you earn? How do you benefit from this? Now, God Backup wants to capture the word, as you see. As you as what did you see there? God Backup has covered 161 countries out of 195. Pretty soon, God Backup will be 195 out of 195. I will celebrate that day. And guess what? The next country that God Backup could enter could be the one you recommend. And this is how it works. God Backup says, we want our first milestone. Let's say is 1 million, 1 million subscribers. As we speak, God Backup is approximately in about hovering just around the 100,000 plus minus. All right. It's just 2 years. The project is just 2 years. Don't get it wrong. I mean, 2 years. That's all God Backup. Since the project was launched or the service was launched, it's just been 2 years. Actually, you can call it 34 months or something like that. Okay, because it was 2 years in April 2025, and then just to now. So just about 5 months added to that, or 4 months. That's um, how fast it has grown. You know, in 4 months, 161 countries, and they're trying to look at the first milestone, 1 million. Now, out of the 1 million subscribers, how many of those subscribers you will be responsible for? I mean, it could be 100 people. It could be what, 10? It could be 20. It could be 1,000. It's left with you. Everybody needs cloud storage right now. If not today, you will need it tomorrow, but sometime soon. Everyone will definitely need it. It will be something which you will need like water. All right. It's the new oil, guys. We're producing data and we need space to keep it. All right. Whether you like it or not. So we will need it. And God Backup is offering warehouses up in the clouds for the best deal ever. And you saw that. Okay. So God Backup says we pay 7 different commissions, 7 of them. So I'll talk about the first one. The first one is the only commission or bonus among them that you get instantly. You control. There's no limits. There's no ceiling. It's unbelievable stream of income that you can produce. But from 2 to 7, there are commissions that are paid monthly once you are eligible. But let's talk about the first one. The first one, which is the customer acquisition bonus, just as the name says, customer acquisition. Now, anytime God Backup acquires a customer anywhere in the world, and it is through you, okay, meaning you are responsible for that enrollment, for that subscription. You refer the person, whether the person was in your country or outside your country, but got signed up through you, God Backup will pay you customer acquisition bonus. And if it's the family package, which is the $100 a year, God Backup pays you $50 because it's 50%. So 50% of $100 is $50. So if you got one person, that's $50. What about 10 people? That's $500. What about if it's 20 people? That's $1,000. In how many months? It could be in one day. God Backup pays you that day. Yeah. So you can say, I can get one person in, every day for the next 1 month. Guess how much is that? That's $1,500 for the month, only for customer acquisition bonus. Mind blowing. Now, there are other bonuses you can earn. First of all, there are other customer acquisition bonuses you can earn on other packages. For example, the enterprise solution we talk about. If somebody signs up for enterprise solution, all right, which is $600 for their organization, God Backup will pay you 25% of the $600. How much is 25%? $150. How many $150 you can get in a day? Unlimited. If you get 10, that's 1,005. If you get 5, that's 750. Unbelievable income. And this is just one of the 7 incomes. Remember, now as you move up the rank, all right, in our company, on our project, you need to move up the rank. It's in your interest to move up the rank, just like traditional jobs. You started at probably at the receptionist. They employ you in a big organization as the receptionist. Then you move on to probably the secretary. Then you move on to executive secretary. Then you move on to admin. Then admin manager. You see the growth. Now all of these positions, they come with some goodies. So probably you were not getting transport allowance, clothing allowance, recreation allowance, and those. So as you move up the ladder, those allowances start at same thing here. So here we have ranks. Now, once you get started and you will start referring people, the first customer God Backup has acquired through you, you are called a copper. Sorry, you are called a bronze. The first customer, you are called a bronze. You get 2 customers. God Backup acquires 2 customers through you, you are called a copper. Okay, just place them right, and that you get to understand. Then you have silver. When any of the people that you got in becomes a copper, then you go to silver. Then we have it goes a bit, there's a little you need to now become a leader and start getting a bit you need to start forming your team, taking care of your team. So you have now gold, all right, which require about 25 people in your organization. Not all brought by you, but the people you brought in as well. Anyone they bring in, it counts for that. Then you have platinum, you have sapphire, and emerald, and all the other ones. This is it. This is how it works, like that, up the rank. Now, but what we want to talk about is the commission called the Cycle Match Commission. And when can you earn this commission? Is only when you are sapphire. You see the red, not red. Am I colorblind? You see the blue row there, blue row, sapphire. It's across the horizontal line there. Okay, sapphire. It's just crossing that blue line. Now you earn when you are a sapphire, you are eligible to start earning cycle match bonus. It only starts from sapphire. Copper, silver, gold, platinum, no, they don't earn. They earn other commissions, but not sapphire. Okay, so let's talk about sapphire. Now, sapphire commission is the company says we will match whatever commission the people you brought in on the project make in a month from cycle bonuses. So the people you directly brought in. So you may have 100 people in your organization, but out of the 100, you were responsible for about 25 people. You brought just 25 in. So the cycle match attracts only the 25. So God Backup says, anytime any of those 25 people, whatever they earn from cycle bonus in a month, if you are sapphire, we will give you 25% of it. Now let me do some calculations. For calculation's sake, I will take 10 out of your 25. Is that okay? So I'm going to be making some projections. So That's the first one, or the first assumption is that 10 out of your many people are making about $1,000 a month from cycle earnings in a month, all right? And $1,000, you'd be like, $1,000? Can people make $1,000? Yeah, there are people making $1,000. And I'll show you some random income. It'll blow your mind. Uh, but there are people that are making far less than that. But 1,000 is because it's good for my calculation. That's why I'm using 1,000. But doesn't mean tomorrow you come and then you make 1,000. No, it doesn't work like that. It may take some time. All right. So let's assume your 10 people, each of them making 1,000. And the cycle commission say 25% of that we will pay you for each person. So 25% of 1,000 is how much? $250. $250 times 10 is how much? $2,500. That is your cycle match bonus for that month. That will be your bonus for that month. All right. Now, what if it was more than 1,000, meaning the people were earning more than 1,000? Then obviously do the calculation. Your commission will be more. What if it was less than 1,000? Do the calculation again. Your commission will be less. But I hope you got an idea. 25% of 1,000 is 250. So if it's 25% of 1,000, do the math. If it's 25% of $100, then it's $25. So it means 25 times 10, that's 250. But what if those people were 75 that you directly brought in, and each of them making $100 a month from cycle commissions? Now, they will be making other commissions. We're not counting that. We're only counting cycle commissions, okay? And so do the math. Numbers make the difference, guys. So if it's 75 of them making $100, and 25% of $100 is $25, multiply that by 20 by about 75. That's huge. So what if you were an emerald? If you were an emerald, you would be making $50. Sorry, 50% of of what those people are making. Let's use the same number. So 50% of the 1,000, there are 10 people, right? 50% of 1,000 is $500. Now, $500 times 10, that's 5,000. That's good money, isn't it? All right. Now, if you are any of the diamonds, look at the diamonds there. If you are a diamond, is 100%. What a diamond, double diamond, triple diamond is 100%. Now, what makes the difference? It makes the difference is the match cap. Now, be asking, what is match cap? Now, if you were a sapphire and 25% on somebody comes to a total of, let's say, 1,250. God backup will not give you 1,250.
Okay. So sorry about this. We have fluctuations of internet. This has been going on for a while now, but it's the reality of DRC. Sometimes you can have this. So just hold on tight while we try to land you safely, when you will understand how to make an extra income while you are enjoying the service of God backup. You realize your digital dream, and then also the exciting part is, as you realize that, you are making some money on the side that at a point can become your main stream of income, which is very, very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. I hope you are keeping your questions. When we are through, you'll be able to ask them, pose the questions, and then we'll be able to answer them in case you have any question. But I also believe that the presentation has been very, very clear. But it's only that I realized quite a number of people came in late and they missed out on the service of God backup, but they are taking part on the second part of it. Okay. So I think HB is back on. Please, over to you, HB. Are you sharing your screen? Okay, great. You're almost there.
Okay, so sorry guys.
Welcome back.
Sorry guys. I wish I could do something about this, but helpless, you know. So I was just kicked out momentarily, but it's good I'm back. So let me wind this up. All right, so this is the potential of this, folks. If you are looking for, yeah, I think it's still recording. No, let me get it. Just a second. Recording. All right. So just the last part, last bit. Okay. So just as I was saying, the potential of this is just an enormous. All right. So yeah. You can see my screen, right? This is what it is. So that's the marsh cap there. So if you are Sapphire, your marsh cap is 1,000, meaning even if you, and this is just for one person, all right? They will not pay you more than 1,000 for one person. Okay, so if 25%, the calculation is done and it's how much, it's somewhere like 1,275. God backup will only pay 1,000 because that's the cap, that's the ceiling for that level, for that rank. If you are an emerald, then if 50% goes beyond 2,000 for one person, then God backup will only pay you 2,000. But no problem, that's still good. If it's 2,000 times 5, that's 10,000. 2 times 5, 10. That's $10,000, guys. And if you are a diamond, as I mentioned, is 100%. If it took you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to become a diamond on this project, it is worth it. Because if you are a diamond and you have someone that you brought in directly, earning from cycle commission, say that 1,000, let's still use the 1,000. So let's keep it constant. If it's 1,000, 100% of 1,000 is 1,000. And 1,000 times 10, that's 10,000. 1,000 times 20, that's 20,000. Guys, this is the potential this has. I am telling you, in the next few years, this project is going to create some millionaires. It has the potential to do that. So if you are already on the project, stay on. Don't go anywhere, even if that 1,000 is you're not seeing it yet, because it is bound to happen. All right. If you are not yet on a project, please speak to the one who invited you and say, how can I get on board? Two things, in fact, three. First one, you need your data backed up. So you need that warehouse in the cloud. And no other cloud service, trust me, as we speak, offers anything better than God Backup. No other cloud service. All right. That's one. Number two, it gives you an opportunity to build an incredible financial backup. Number three, you you have the opportunity to make impact. All right. You know a lot of people that will benefit from this, whether digitally or financially. This can change people's life. How will you feel in the next 2 years, 3 years? Someone walks up to you and say, hi, right? I'm not looking at I want to see some names. So let me pick a couple of names. So let's say Chris walks up to you and say, Chris, thank you so much for showing me this. Last week, I was able to pay off my mother's hospital bill for her surgery, and all the money came from God Backup. Maybe 5 years later, somebody call you and say, and I'm inviting you to something. It's a big surprise. You know what is that? Housewarming. They just bought their house, all from God Backup. And you think that's not possible? Let me show you that it's possible. Stay with me. I'm going to show you some random income of of you know, if wherever you're sitting, please wear your seat belt. If you don't have a seat belt, take your belt and wear it. Tie it on you, because this is going to blow you away. These are just snippets of random income of people on the projects. So there, let me first give this disclaimer. Are you seeing my screen? Okay, it's showing now, I hope. Now, there is no promise here. There is no guarantee that whatever you see on the screen there, um, you will earn the same. No, it will require effort, commitment, dedication, strategies, and all of that. So, but these are some incomes, you see 10,000 plus there. You see on the other side, almost 4,000. You see 5,000 something. You see 7,000. You see 8,000, and so on. These are income that people made from God Backup 100%. Whether it's 1 month, some of them might be accumulated income, but whatever it is, they have earned it 100% from God Backup. And how much they start the project with? Just like me, many of them started with $120. If you're in Ghana, then this is the best time to start, because when I started in Ghana, the $120 approximately was like 2,000 plus. Now, $120 is 100,000 and 1,400 plus minus. And this is what you get from the project. So guys, this is real, and this is here to stay. This is not going anywhere. Going anywhere oh no. Going anywhere means it is not going to fold up, but the future of this is really, really, really bright. So what do you get for our support? Once you get started, you get a personalized link, which you will be using for anyone who you will refer, okay? And they click on your link, and God Backup identifies your link and know that it's you. And once the person gets on board, Backup credits your account. You get a virtual office. We have, you don't need to know how to present, guys, to start making money on this. We have regular presentations that happens. We have trainings that happen. So over time, you can do this anyway. The personal development is unbelievable. Community networking, top notch. So we have some AI tools we call specialized tools like this AI 24/7 autopilot. It can help you do your business. And just to wind up, to do a quick recap, how much do you need again? Only 120 or 600, depending on what it is, 6 terabyte or 20 terabyte. But that can get you started, and you get all of this plus more feature, from God Backup. This is the God Backup team. The CEO is there, and I will play a short video from the CEO as we close, and then his other members of the team. That's it. It's a solid team. The support, technical support is massive. You might be on other cloud services around the world, guys. They don't have the kind of support God Backup has. All right. There are people who may be on Google having issues here. You send messages to Google, you almost never get a response, But these guys, you hit them, sometimes it's almost in a few minutes you get, sometimes is in an hour, sometimes it's 24 hours, depending. In the next 24 hours, you get some response, but definitely they help you out with a lot of stuff. So any questions? I want to say thank you very much for your time, and you probably have never seen a server room before. Maybe you haven't seen like Google server room, iCloud server room. You have an opportunity to see one now. So let me share with you the server room of God Backup, and it's a tour of our server room in Texas by the CEO. It's just a few minutes video, and after this video, you probably can you can unmute, and then you can ask your questions if there are any.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of God Backup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not gonna lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power, every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at this ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
Okay, guys, thank you so much. So you may ask your questions, but at this time we will be losing our YouTube guest. So YouTube will be ending right now, but we continue with Zoom. So thank you, YouTube user. If you're on YouTube, then we want to say, speak with the one who